currently, it seems like people are in two different camps when it comes to e-bikes. They either love them or they absolutely hate them and they don't want them to exist. Now, currently, I own two e-bikes and I absolutely love them, but I used to be in the hater category. Now, there's a lot of opinions as to why people don't like e-bikes, but it seems like most of them are bicycle purists, and it boils down to the fact that they think riding a bicycle is about activity and effort, and that's something that people who own e-bikes are not willing to do. Now, I was in the other camp. I didn't like e-bikes because I thought they were just another expensive toy for the rich people who live all around here to play with, while all the poor people would actually go out and get exercise on regular bikes. I'm constantly seeing opinions shared of why people hate e-bikes so much. If you spend any time reading about it online, especially on social media, you'll find an entire group of people who want to totally ban e-bikes. One popular negative opinion I see shared all the time online is people say that e-bikes aren't good for the environment because you plug them in and charge them, which is just like electric cars that destroy the environment. Well, my e-bike charges about 500 watts. That's 1/3 of an electric heater you plug into the wall, and it charges in about an hour and a half. Now, there's probably 24 appliances in any home that utilize more electricity than this on a daily basis, but nobody complains that those are destroying the environment. See, I like this guy's reasoning right here, because he just comes right out and says that he thinks that the e-bikes are a nuisance. That's his #1 reason why they should be banned. But secondly, he quotes this terrible information that says that e-bike crashes and accidents, hospitalizations are way up from 2017 to 2022. Well, if you know anything about e-bikes, nobody was riding them in 2017. They've all pretty much become popular in the last few years. So it's actually not surprising at all that these crashes and accidents will be up. Then he argues that they're not environmentally friendly, which you can debate this all you want, but realistically, if these bikes are charged and discharged slowly, as they're intended to do, these could last a decade, maybe more. Now, this last reason is my absolute favorite. It's hilarious. He says that these e-bikes are contributing to America's obesity problem. The guy is literally assuming that if e-bikes were banned, then obese people would literally get on a regular bicycle and start biking around. I'm sorry, but these actually present an opportunity for people with limited mobility, let's say, to actually go outside. Instead, ban the e-bikes, just let them sit inside. It's not going to make any difference. People are just so narrow-minded. It's hilarious. He literally says, pedal as it was intended. The thing is, I work and get 10 to 15 miles a day, over 25,000 steps. This e-bike presents me an opportunity to actually get out and bike around town and have some fun after work without pedaling as intended. Well, it turns out there most certainly is a time and place for these, and there is a time and place for a regular bicycle that you have to pedal yourself. But you see, a ton changed over the last half decade. We saw e-bikes go from being something expensive that weren't even that great to actually transform into something that was relatively inexpensive and incredibly capable. That e-bike I have over there apparently goes 35 to 40 miles on a single charge. You live anywhere in or even near town, that range allows you to go pretty much anywhere for basically no cost. I charge this thing fully for less than 15 cents. Now, compared to my truck over here that gets 9.1 miles per gallon, that's an insane improvement. It's infinite improvement. Now, my other e-bike has 600 miles on it. This one has 358. Combined, that's almost 1,000 miles. Now, if I were to do 1,000 miles in my truck around town, it would take over 100 gallons. So just in my first year of ownership, you can assume that's a $400 to $500 savings with the cost of gas around here. But yeah, I know, all those places I went on my e-bike, I wouldn't have gone to in my truck. But that's the other amazing part. It's because when you have a bike like this sitting around, it gives you so much more of a reason to actually get out and go biking around. Now, on a conventional bike, I went biking at least once a week, but it actually took a lot more effort, and after work, after walking 10, 15 miles per workday, I had no willingness to actually get out and do the fun things I wanted to do. But with this e-bike, I can do 25, 30,000 steps in a day, and I can hop on this, and I can be at the river in less than 5 minutes. When before, you couldn't convince me to go to the river after work, because it would be so busy, there would be nowhere to park. But this thing, I can literally put anywhere. I want to talk a little bit about it. It's a Ride One Up, the model Cafe Cruiser. And this thing with pedal assist has a top speed of around 28 miles per hour. And since most of the roads on my side of town are 25 mile per hour speed limit, you can actually get places faster on this bike than you can in a car because you get to skip all the traffic. So what actually caused me to make the switch and get an e-bike is this bike right here. Price point right now is around $1,100. Now that's still pretty expensive, but nowadays there's an e-bike for every price range. There's ones I've seen on Amazon for as low as like $300. And for being such a low price, they have a very surprisingly large amount of positive and 5-star reviews, which tells me for $250 to $300, why not buy it? That's actually cheaper than pretty much every bike they sell at Walmart. Now, safety is a major issue on e-bikes. We have a big problem here in town with 13, 14, 15-year-old little kids who actually aren't legally old enough to even be riding these in the street, riding them around town with 2, 3, I've seen even 4 kids on a single e-bike, blazing through traffic, going through stop signs not looking, going through intersections. And look, accidents will happen just like they do in cars, motorcycles. When you're in the street, there's always a possibility of someone else making a mistake or you making a mistake that puts you in that situation. But when I'm biking, I rely on a hypervigilance and I never let my guard down. I rode motorcycles for years and I think they're infinitely more dangerous than e-bikes. So if safety is your reasoning to ban e-bikes, then I guess motorcycles should be banned too. So if you've been looking for a reason to buy an e-bike, go out, buy one, enjoy summer. Don't listen to all these people who just decide to hate on them and would never ride them in a million years, and just sit at home on the couch and don't do a damn thing except for watch TV. Those are the ones sharing these negative opinions. Either that or the bicycle purists who like to put on the entire outfit, skin tight, with the helmet and everything, go bike down the road, not in the bike lane. Those are the people with the negative opinions of these things.